It's been sitting there, you know you need to open it, you close the tab instead. Maybe it's a bill, maybe it's something from your bank, maybe it's just a number you're afraid to see confirmed. Whatever it is, it has been living in a corner of your mind for days, maybe weeks. And every time you get close, something in you quietly steps back. Eli knows this feeling. He's been carrying an unopened email from his insurance company for 19 days. It isn't urgent. He knows that. He also knows he's checked his phone 40 times today and skipped right past the notification every single time. This is not a money problem. It is a fear of a feeling. There's a name for this pattern. Researchers call it financial avoidance. But that name makes it sound like a choice, like Eli just decided not to deal with it. That's not what's happening inside his body when he sees that subject line. What's happening is closer to a flinch. His nervous system has already run the calculation. It has predicted that opening that email will produce a feeling he does not want to have. Disappointment, shame, that specific sick weight in the chest that comes from seeing a number that makes your situation feel real and small and stuck. His brain decided, before he even clicked, that the feeling wasn't worth the information. This is the mechanism. The brain is not avoiding the email. It is avoiding the emotion it expects the email to deliver. There's a concept in psychology sometimes called interoceptive prediction. Your brain is constantly running a model of how things will feel before they happen. When that model says a moment will hurt, the brain treats it like a physical threat. It pulls you away. It makes you tired. It makes you suddenly very interested in anything else. The avoidance feels like laziness from the outside. From the inside, it feels like nothing at all. That's the point. You don't feel the avoidance. You just feel vaguely like you'll deal with it later. The cost of this is quiet. It doesn't show up all at once. What it takes from you over months and years is not money, it is clarity. Every unopened letter is a small fog that sits between you and your actual life. You cannot make a real decision about something you have not looked at. You cannot plan around a number you've been avoiding, and so the fog thickens. The decisions don't get made, the options narrow. And somewhere underneath all of it, the shame grows. Because you know you haven't looked. And not looking starts to feel like proof of something about who you are. It isn't. Here is the turn. The avoidance isn't laziness. It's your brain protecting you from a feeling it predicts will be unbearable, based on a memory that may be decades old. That prediction was formed somewhere. Maybe it was the first time you heard your parents fight about money and the air in the room changed. Maybe it was a moment in your 20s when a number showed you something about your life you weren't ready to face. Maybe you can't even trace it. Most people can't. But the brain stored it. And now it applies that old emotional data to every envelope, every notification, every subject line that even hints at a dollar amount. The brain is not wrong to protect you. It just has old information. What actually changes this is not discipline. It is not making yourself sit down and power through. That approach works once and then fails, because you're still trying to override a fear response with willpower, and willpower is a limited resource. What works is something smaller. It is shrinking the moment until it no longer triggers the response. Eli didn't open the email. He opened his email app. That was the only task. He looked at the subject line and closed it again. The next day, he read the first sentence. That was it. He was teaching his brain, slowly, that the approach does not equal the pain, that the prediction was wrong, that he could get close without the world ending. This is called graduated exposure in behavioral research. But you don't need the term. You just need to know that the goal is not to stop feeling afraid. The goal is to prove to a very old part of yourself that the feeling, when it comes, is survivable. Because it is. It always has been. The email is still there. So is yours, probably. You don't have to open it today. You just have to stop pretending it doesn't exist. That's the first move. Not courage, just honesty. If there's an email or a letter you've been avoiding, drop a number in the comments. Not what's in it, just how many days it's been sitting there. You might be surprised how many people are right there with you.